Hey, comic book community, Long Box Love Affair here. I am knee-deep in my Amazing Spider-Man collection. So, those of you that have been following my videos, you know that I completed my collection last year, and I have never rebagged or reboarded that collection. And so now I've gone crazy in quarantine time and decided, well, why not do some of that? So I went into my unit and pulled out one box. I'm going to go box by box so I don't go crazy. And just rebag what needs to be rebagged. There's a lot of issues that probably don't need to be rebagged, but a lot of my older stuff has never been had that upkeep. So it was really interesting yesterday to go through every bag and pull it out and just look at how much I paid for these books. Some of these I paid $2, $5, $10, and now you can't even find some of these older issues. This box only goes up to part of the McFarlane era of Amazing Spider-Man, so and it's also not complete. So I do have a whole set, but my boxes, because when you fill up one box, you can't fit any more issues in there. Oftentimes, my collection is in several different boxes. So that's going to be the other treasure hunt, is to figure out what needs to go where. And so I'm going to go through all of these issues. I'll talk about a couple of them as I go, but I'm going to go in the order that I have them. They're pretty much in the order from 1 upwards to 316 or so. Actually, not quite that far, but almost. And I'll talk about the ones that I think are interesting or that I like covers or what have you. Another interesting thing this process unveiled to me is the issues that I need to invest in better copies of to upgrade. So for instance, this first Craven, I knew about that one. That was had some definite wear, and so I did buy a CGC copy not too long ago. But there are some other ones that I didn't catch. So I'll talk about those if I remember when I see them. So these are by no means all near mint, although some of the conditions did surprise me in terms of the good, the high grade of some of these books. Because I never collected for condition. I only collected to complete, to have, and enjoy the reading and the completion of the books. So hope you enjoy this different kind of video. This is probably the first in several that I'm going to show. It's a pretty cool look into the run of Amazing Spider-Man. So thanks for watching, everybody. And it's also worth noting that these are all the bags. Every single bag that came off of these books, which is crazy. So time to recycle these. So before I get into this, it's no collection of Amazing Spider-Man is complete without ASM number 1. Got that. That was the last one I needed to complete the set. Obviously, I didn't rebag this, but provided a good opportunity to pull that out. And then not Amazing Spider-Man, but I realized I have this issue. I had lost it in my collection. One other thing to show off is this copy that I bought years ago at a sale. I bought it for $1. I upgraded it from my former copy. This is 9/8 candidate for sure. And then this one at 238, First Hobgoblin, has the tattoos and is in excellent condition. So debated first appearance of the alien costume, First Hobgoblin, excellent copies. All right, I'm just going to kind of go through these. Marvel Milestone Edition. These were the reprints back in the day before there was True Believers. Got some old Amazing Spider-Man. Got to pull out the other ones that I've saved in my keys box. First Mysterio. It is beat up, but it's what you can afford, right? This is maybe the second Sandman, or definitely a very early appearance of him. 19. Got some cool Ditko artwork. This was already bagged, so I didn't, in a nice Mylar, so I didn't have to deal with anything like that. Got some Goblin action.
Got a nice subscription crease there, huh? And an ad for the MMMS, the Marvel, what is it? Mighty Marvel Marching Society, I think that is. Awesome yellow cover. This is in excellent condition. Crime Master. Sorry this isn't showing as complete, but really the intent is to show what's in each of these long boxes. I mean, we all organize our stuff in different ways. This might have been, maybe, was this an early Mary Jane? Maybe the first. Rampage on Campus. Oh, so these are definitely out of order. I thought I had them all set for you. Craven, first appearance, 15. It's got some hole punch goodness there. And at the bottom, I can't find it right now, but it's there. Awesome, awesome Ditko cover. Iconic. Craven again. The Molten Man. The Looter. This was one of the early issues I bought. I bought this like 20 years ago when I first moved to DC, when they had conventions all the time. And 39. I think this is the first Romita. So I think this is the last Ditko, if I'm not mistaken. Just a cool, fiery cover there versus Goblin. Another cool cover there. Got some Rhino action coming up. Got some Lizard. Let me pull these up. Iconic Craven cover there. Vulture. I hate this cover. And it's got, it definitely has some tears in it. It is not on the upgrade list though. 50 is already in my keys box, so not part of that. Cool J. Jonah Jameson cover. Aunt May is a pawn, of course. Got some Doc Ock. Unmasked at Last, not really. Definitely a low grade, water damage, Death of Captain Stacy. And then two of the drug issues, 96 and 98. 96, 97, 98 were I think some of the first Marvel books, at least the superhero books, to be published without the code. Number 103, again, out of order. These two are awesome, 121 and 122. I did realize, though, when I was rebagging that this cover is not attached. So that's definitely a candidate for upgrade. And maybe this one, too, but it's doing pretty good. I always think that this is the British flag down here. I know it's not, but, you know. Amazing Spider-Man 134, the Tarantula. 135, cool Punisher on the cover. 136, Harry Osborn and him becoming the Green Goblin in this story arc, I believe. 137. The Clone Saga. Who is Who? Loved this book. Remember it being so unobtainable as a kid. 149 going for so many dollars. 150. Another one on my upgrade list is the Black Cat. And that's why these are all separate, because they're either high grade or keys or ones that I want to focus on later. Definitely on my list to get a better condition copy of this, although this one's not too bad. All right, let's go through the rest of the box. Those could not fit in the box, but here we go. And first off, I just have to say how beautiful a thing is to be feeling a box that has all this new bags, not dusty, just really nice. So we got some Kazar action, 57. Spidey Slayer, J. Jonah Jameson. Kingpin starts to become a major player. Medusa. So I guess that's when she was a little bit of a villain. Definitely worn copies there. Vulture action. I never liked the Vulture as a character. This book seemed to pick up steam during the Far From Home movie. Awesome cover there. Mysterio. There's a couple Crisis on Campus, I realized rebagging, they use that phrase at least twice, maybe 3 times on covers. Because Spidey is an eternal student, it seems to be. Versus Quicksilver on 71. Cool shocker cover. Man Mountain Marco. Another cover I do not like. 75. Seems a little anticlimactic for a 75 issue. I guess they didn't do anniversary issues every 25 issues like Marvel's doing now. 76. 77. Got some Human Torch going on. Prowler. Is this the Prowler first appearance? It might be. He definitely was a Spidey villain turned hero. That's a cool, probably 70s cover. 70s era. Chameleon. Is this that Mountain Man or Kangaroo? Ooh. More animal villains. Electro. Oh, lost my space. The arms are out of control. For the octopus. To smash a spider. Iceman and Gwen Stacy. I miss Gwen Stacy. I think she was a good character, but obviously they had their reasons. Origin retold. That's pretty cool. Aunt May in distress, as always. This is probably another cover, one of the issues that I just wasn't looking forward to buying, but just finally bought the bullet. Just not something that excited me. Issue 100. I do have 101. That's elsewhere. It's actually graded. This is an excellent condition, except for that top. That's too bad, but it's Morbius and the end of the spider arms. Got some cool Gil Kane. I think that's Gil Kane. Craven. Spidey Slayer. This is also another cool cover. This is when Marvel was doing the boxes, the color boxes around the artwork. Avengers had them too. I'm sure many of the titles of that time period had that. Got some Doctor Strange. Got some Gibbon. More Craven. I really like Craven as a villain. And I don't know why, because I started collecting right after he got killed, or killed himself. More Spidey. It's all Spidey. Hammerhead. This is a cool cover. It's like a circle inside, like someone viewing it through a telescope or binoculars. We're not even halfway there, people. I spent about 4 hours rebagging everything and then taping everything yesterday. So definitely was an undertaking. This is one that's on my list because it's got some, I don't know, rot or definitely wear. This one too, you can even feel it. It's textured. Comics should not be textured. Man-Wolf, that's pretty cool. I have one of my favorite covers coming up here. It's just sort of a nothing issue, but it's got Man-Wolf on it. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Okay, I have the other one, CGC, the 129 first Punisher, but this is the reprint with Ramos artwork. I guess Wizard did that one. Hammerhead. Aunt May marrying Doc Ock. Right. Molten Man. This is an ugly cover. That villain freaks me out. Grizzly. It's a cool web pictured issue. This is a cool cover. I like the colors there. It always looks faded to me, but that's just how it was. Mysterio. Is this the Wizard or Cyclone? Oh, Gwen Stacy clone. She comes back. Covering the title or the numbers, so sorry about that. More Tarantula. Off the tower, right before the Clone Saga. You see Gwen Stacy at the top of that. I was like, what are you thinking, girl? There's the Marvel Masterpiece of that one. I have the original, same for this. 150. I love this cover. It's not the one I was thinking of when I said there's a favorite coming up, but I do love this cover to 151. Classic. I think this is Ramita. Shocker. I could be wrong. Sandman in his awful costume. Another trend. It's like all around the book, different scenes from the story. Being very descriptive, whereas in the 2000s they decided to just do generic covers so you could barely tell what was inside the book. You just see a picture of Spider-Man. Every Ultimate Spider-Man issue seemed to have just another pose of Spider-Man for the most part. The spider car. Nightcrawler, that's a cool one. Got Punisher coming back. This is 163. More Kingpin, interesting view. Stegron. More Lizard. I feel like the mid-hundreds issues were sort of a no man's land of a lot of different things. What sticks? And that was Marvel trying to figure out, you know, what do readers want? You know, want to put Spidey in a Spidey-mobile? We're going to make a Spidey-mobile. We're going to try to gimmick it up that way. All these villains, a lot of them, Rocket Racer, you know, you don't see too many of these days. They didn't make too much of a return. Punisher's lucky he caught on. A bunch of Punisher and Spider-Man. Is that issue 175? So nothing special about this issue except Punisher's in there. Cool Goblin issue on 176. Oh, Aunt May, she's ill again. Oh, she's ill for 400 issues. I do like Aunt May. She's used as a foil all the time. 2 Goblins. Oh gosh, what are we gonna do? This one I didn't have to rebag, but I did get it for $4 back in the day. Same thing with this one. I did not have to rebag about 6 of these. Everything else, rebagged. He graduates, it seems. All right. I read these at one point, and some of them I read multiple times. This is a cool Cap cover. I really like that, 187. This is a cool cover too. Cockrum did this, Cockrum and Terry Austin. I love the black space on there against Jigsaw. A mummy? Who's the mystery mummy? This next one, I love this cover, and it's just such a know-nothing book. Is this the Man-Wolf? But it's just something about this cover, very cartoony. 190. Spidey Slayer. More of that. Another villain I don't care about. Another web cover. Oh, we're seeing all these in context now. Cool cover, but Aunt May, is she really dead? I doubt it. It's a Mysterio, classic Mysterio. $200. This is where he confronts the burglar, I think, that killed Uncle Ben. Cool Punisher cover there. I think the 2000 or 200s, these books tend to be focused a bit more on gangsters, in my opinion. This is a really cool Dazzler cover on 203. Black Cat starting to come back into play. Well, she was only there at 194, so 205, 204 are early Black Cat appearances. She becomes a romantic interest at one point. I think this is the first appearance of Calypso. At least that's what I was told back in the day as a kid, and so that's stuck in my mind. It's Craven. I really wanted this as a kid after reading Todd McFarlane's Torment storyline, because it had Calypso as a villain. Madam Web, pretty decent copy, I guess. I'm not really banking on that spec for a Madam Web show. I don't think I want to see a Madam Web show. This book was hot for the Spidey movie, Hydro Man's first appearance. Got any more? Paid $4 back in the day for that one. It's probably worth a little bit more. 217, Hydro Man and Sandman. They become some muck monster there. Cool Frank Miller cover. Moon Knight. Crisis on Campus, I told you. So at least twice. Another, I think this is Miller. This is a cool cover too. For $2 I bought that. Black Cat. Another Black Cat. Murder by Spider. Not the Spider's Man. He didn't get induced yet. Classic Juggernaut storyline. Looks like a photo cover, but not. There's no such thing as a Juggernaut. Cool shading on this cover. Cobra. Again, Mr. Hyde. Not really villains that are still in the canon for Spidey. Heck, you haven't even seen Will-O-Wisp or Tarantula lately. Getting closer. 236. Stiltman, pretty cool cover. I like when they disrupt the logo there. Second appearance of Hobgoblin. I showed you the first already, so this is a pretty nice copy. I remember who I bought that from at the local conventions. Vulture. Random book. Floating Heads. What will they do? Or Hobgoblin. When Hobgoblin gets unmasked several times, it's not who you think it is. They hold that, they have that going for like 40 some odd issues, I think. And so they still do that in the Spidey books. You know, this Swarm character that's filled with like beetles and stuff right now in the run that's going on. You know, we don't know who that character is. I have a hunch, but we will see. Got some black costume stuff going on now. Puma. Oops, first appearance of Puma in there. The battle over Peter Parker with the symbiote. The new costume is back. And then Hobgoblin strikes. So he's definitely not Harry Osborn, because Harry Osborn was on that cover. I hate this cover. I hate photo covers. Normie Osborn's first appearance. Silver Fox, first appearance. This has picked up steam in recent years. Make sure I didn't need it. Gold. Firestar, or Fire Lord. It's an unusual character to have in a Spider-Man book. Nice beating up on a cosmic character. I guess he had some power. Secret Wars 2 tie-ins. This book was hot for a year or less. The first appearance of Zarathos. The Spirit of Vengeance, as Ghost Rider was untouchable back in the early 90s. And so to have the first appearance of the Spirit of Vengeance was crazy. It's in Spider-Man 278, 279, 280. That's a cool cover with the shading there. One of those wraparounds. Gang War. I told you there's a lot of Gang War stuff going on. Punisher. Is that Zek? Might be late Zek. Gang War. All right. Home stretch. The identity revealed. I think there's a proposal in this issue. 290, 291. For some reason I have 2 copies of that. Spider Slayer. Love this book. Got the newsstand. And there's the Fearful Symmetry, Death of Craven, 293, 294. Those were books that always intrigued me as a kid, but never could imagine picking them up. 291, or 301. So my McFarlane stuff were here. They're not all in this bin, obviously, because we're nearing the end. Prowler. Action Comics Homage, 306. Cool chameleon cover. Taskmaster, who looks creepy AF. Oops, Mary Jane. Yep. Who kidnapped Mary Jane? That was an interesting storyline that ran throughout a bunch of these issues in McFarlane's run. Mysterio, all distorted Spidey there. I love this cover. The two goblins. And last one in this box is 313, Lizard. So I need to rebag the rest of my Spidey collection. I'll get those out of storage soon, and I'll probably do another video. So let me know if that interests you. Let me know if you like this walk down memory lane. And yeah, if you're new to my channel, like, comment, and subscribe so you get all your notices. Thanks a lot, everybody.